Hey there! Welcome back to another mini rant. This is a topic that is fairly trending right now, dealing with YouTube, and YouTube had this recent advertiser-friendly series of guidelines that they just announced that are very vague, that are very dangerous, to be honest, for the future of YouTube and its content creators. And I wanted to make a rant about it and basically spread the news to you if you haven't known this already. I know a lot of people already know about this, and I just want to give my thoughts on this. So, yeah, I might be a little bit late compared to other YouTubers who've already done their videos about this stuff. But, I wanted to give my thoughts on it anyway because it does affect me. And before I talk about the new guidelines, I want to talk about YouTube's history of this kind of stuff. YouTube's history of trying to be George Orwell's 1984. Because this is a lot of Orwellian type stuff right here that's going on with YouTube at the moment. They've wanted to have a family-friendly tube for a long time. I don't remember having to remove any of my older videos for profanity because I don't think I ever remember having any sort of monetization. So I think the whole thing is with this is it's not that they didn't allow videos of profanity and sexual jokes and suggestive stuff and troll videos. Although troll videos is a whole nother sort of thing. Uh, it's just that you wouldn't get paid for it, which kind of makes sense in a way. It definitely does. I mean, but it's just they've been off and on about it. They get something, they get a stick up their butt about it. They get upset, and they would go in and set some new rules, and then people who were had their videos monetized by YouTube had to go in and delete a bunch of videos and do a bunch of stuff and whatever. And then a year later, people were back to swearing again in videos and getting ads on them. So it's this isn't anything new, but it's just, I guess it's a culmination of things that have gotten out of hand lately on YouTube. Because you have the rise of channels like Leafy is Here and so on that are essentially just troll channels made by trolls who are just violating YouTube's community guidelines. And these channels are making thousands of dollars. Leafy himself has made a fortune off of people's misery. And he's made some videos that had made that presented some good points when he went after Keemstar and things like that. But the whole his videos to me are just they also set a dangerous precedent for the future of YouTube because a lot of people are copying him. And so we have a lot of people who are creating content that isn't necessarily that creative, and they are basically trolling other people on YouTube for money and doing it in a very lazy way because all you need to do is have some video games that you can play and stream and then pick some random target and then talk about them, and that's it. And there you go. There's your content, and you can get thousands of dollars for it, I guess. I don't understand why, but whatever. Um, but yeah, it just does not bode well for me because then people are copying it, and because it's popular, and that's just something that I don't really like, and it's fine. But to me, though, even though I don't like it, I don't think it should be censored. And so that's my thing. I thought about this long and hard. For one part of me was like, well, I could deal without those channels and the React channels and all that other stuff. But at the same time, and if they do in fact are violating the community guidelines, YouTube should take care of it. YouTube should delete their channel. That's what happens when you violate the guidelines. I mean, if you actually do violate their community guidelines, I would think that YouTube should take action. Why haven't they on people like Leafy? Oh, probably because they make a lot of money for them. So that's why they don't want to do anything with them. But now with this new thing, now they're like, well, now we do want to do something about it because we don't want people, the advertisers themselves, don't want people like Leafy to make a lot of money off of their ads. So, But this is also affecting other YouTubers who aren't even, troll accounts. It's affecting people like Philip DeFranco, who just talks about news. And that's a problem. And so he's had his videos demonetized already, with videos where he's just talking about things like current news events. And if he dares to put in the word rape in the video description, well, goodbye to your monetization, because it's sensitive material. And speaking of sensitive material, I really would like to know what special snowflake came up with these new guidelines. So YouTube recently came out and announced this whole thing where it's not as bad as you think it is type deal, and I'll cover that as well. So it's actually a good thing that I kind of waited on this, because now I could cover the other sort of half-assed sort of apology by YouTube. Oh no, I said ass. Oh no, that's not advertiser friendly. It's not advertiser friendly. I'm sorry. Oh no. Ooh, I'm in trouble now. Uh, although I think you can get away with saying that on TV. Uh, anyway, so yeah, for one part of me thinks that YouTube needed to do something with their monetization policy for a long time now to make sure that people who are just trolls don't make thousands of dollars off of their content. Because I'm sorry, I don't think you deserve to make thousands off the misery of other people. I respectfully disagree with that. But at the same time, I don't think you should be censored. So it's one of those things. It's like you should be able to say what you want to say, but actually be satirical about it. That's one of my things. It's like I think you should be able to say what you want to say, but it doesn't mean that we should have channels on YouTube that are just hate speech with a bunch of racists, wearing sheets talking about, how much they hate black people. I don't really think that that should be allowed on YouTube, but that's just me personally. Um, and with Leafy and people like that, yeah, it's not necessarily the same as that sort of instance, but it's still pretty bad. But at the same time, I think they should be able to say what they want to say. So it's one of those touchy subjects. Um, but yeah, those channels are getting out of hand, like Keemstar especially and Drama Alert. So YouTube is trying to do something about it. They've banned Keemstar multiple times, but he's able to come back as on Drama Alert because he can get around a loophole because he's just hosting the show and it's not really his channel. So, I mean, that's a problem. And you have these React videos that are fucking useless. Oh no, I said the F word. Oh no, I'm in trouble now. Um, but anyway, let's get into the meat of this, shall we? Enough about sort of explaining the past and whatever. Yes, YouTube has every once in a while had to stick up its ass and decide that it's going to go in and try to censor people or do whatever and so on. So, YouTube, these are the new advertiser-friendly guidelines for YouTube. And this is what I mean by 1984 Orwellian type shit. Because this is really, really messed up. These guidelines are way too vague. They can easily be misused. They can easily be misused and abused. So here are the new advertiser-friendly guidelines. This is directly from YouTube and a partner program. Advertiser-friendly content is content that's appropriate for all audiences. It has little to no inappropriate or mature content in the video stream, thumbnail, or metadata, such as in the video title. Oh, there goes my Robocock. I can't talk about Robocock. If the video doesn't contain inappropriate content, the context is usually newsworthy or comedic, and the creator's intent is to inform or entertain, not offend or shock. Okay, that's kind of important. That should Philip DeFranco should fall under that. But he still had videos demonetized, even though his videos did fall under that sort of particular guideline there, that particular explanation. Content that may be acceptable under YouTube's policies may not be appropriate for Google advertising. Google's policies provide additional guidelines for what can be monetized, and advertisers also have their own standards and requirements for content. Okay, all right. Is this just for people who were partnered with Google? Because I'm not partnered with Google. I'm partnered with somebody else. So that might explain why I haven't gotten any videos that have gotten demonetized. And if that's the case, if you're partnered with somebody else, then maybe you would be able to still have your videos monetized if you have swearing or you talk about some offensive, potentially offensive, sexually suggestive material, then and controversial stuff, then you should be able. I would think you would be okay because it seems like this is just for Google's partner program. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I looked through pages and pages of my videos lately, and none of them were demonetized. So, if that is the case, that's a really important thing that a lot of YouTubers need to look into. Now, because I don't get ads from Google's Google's advertising, I get ads from another program, another partner who goes in and puts the ads on my videos. So, yeah. Anyway, content that is considered appropriate for advertising, according to YouTube. Content that is considered not advertiser friendly includes, but is not limited to, sexually suggestive content, including personal nudity or sexual humor. Oh, I can't talk about movies sucking dick anymore. Actually, I can. Because fuck this shit! I'm not gonna censor myself. I don't make that much money to begin with from these advertisements. So I'm not gonna censor myself for anybody or anyone. So don't expect my rant videos to not have any profanity and to not be talking about sex jokes and whatever, and talking about, I'd rather fuck myself up my own ass than watch this fucking movie. Don't expect that to ever happen, because it's not happening. Violence, including display of serious injury, events related to violent extremism. Okay, violence, that's anything. Like, I could talk about just punching a DVD. I guess because I punched something, that's violence, and that's not appropriate for advertising. Display of serious injury, well, goodbye, say goodbye to those competition videos where people fall and bust on their asses on their skateboards or whatever. Promotion, here we go, this is more, inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language. Well, fuck! What the fuck, YouTube? Seriously. Inappropriate language. My ass swearing like a sailor in rant videos. I guess that's not appropriate for advertisers. Harassment and profanity and vulgar language. Harassment is probably a direct answer to people like Leafy. And I can understand why, but YouTube is not going about this the right way. Here we go. Here's some more of their content rules here. Promotion of drugs and related substances, including selling, use, and abuse of such items. Yeah, that's too vague. So you could have a joke where you talk about smoking weed or something, or man, what were these writers smoking? Well, that would be considered not advertiser friendly because I talked about somebody smoking drugs. Or how about the angry video game nerd drinking in almost all of his videos? That could be considered promotion of drugs because alcohol is a drug. So it opens up a whole can of worms because it's so vague. And here's the last one: controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedy, even if graphic imagery is not shown. This one is the one that really sticks in my craw. Like, what exactly would YouTube consider controversial or sensitive subjects and events? See, that's the problem. What, you can't talk about certain news stories because it's sensitive and the special little snowflake generation can't handle it? Or the big thing is the one where it says even if graphic imagery is not shown. Like, that, what the hell does that mean? I mean, so you can't even talk about it? That's just ridiculous. And here is their clarification here. This is YouTube's clarification of this kind of stuff. This is their explanation for all of this. Clarification on our monetization ads policies. On our ads monetization policies. This is from somebody directly from YouTube. Hi, YouTube community. We want to highlight recent changes we made to improve transparency and fairness around video monetization and clarify some confusion in the creator community around our long-standing advertiser-friendly content guidelines. We recently started rolling out improved notifications in the Video Manager to make it clear to creators when a video is demonetized due to advertiser-friendly content concerns, as well as to make it easy to appeal. Although wasn't easy for some people that I've heard have tried to appeal. They've had to appeal 3 or 4 different times just to get their video to be monetized again. This change is just one part of our broader effort to improve our platform and to help our creators build strong businesses on YouTube. Today, it's become clear to us that there is some confusion in the creator community, so we wanted to take a moment to clarify things. We did not change our policy of demonetizing videos that may not be appropriate for Google's brand advertisers, nor have we changed how these policies are enforced. Really? I don't remember a big deal about these monetization policies. I don't remember seeing pages. I don't remember people losing ad revenue due to these specific monetization policies. I'm calling bullshit on this, YouTube. I'm calling bullshit. Oh wait, I can't call bullshit. Then they go in and say, here's the rundown of the specific notification changes we're rolling out over the next few weeks. Number 1, we'll change the money icon in the Video Manager to yellow with a hover message, not advertiser friendly. Request manual review to make it more clear when a video is demonetized. We'll send you an email notifying you if a video is newly demonetized due to advertiser-friendly content concerns. Note the demonetization decisions may not happen immediately, so a video may be demonetized for a period of time after it's uploaded and then become demonetized. Well, then maybe I might be fucked. But we'll see. You can click on the yellow icon, money icon, next to any video that is demonetized due to advertiser-friendly content concerns in the Video Manager to request an appeal by human reviewers. You will be notified once a decision is made on an appeal, and if it is successful, your video will be immediately monetized again and have a green money icon in the Video Manager. So this is their explanation for all of this. I still think it's a problem, because just making things advertiser friendly, that can lead to a shit ton of censorship. Because an advertiser like Sony might be like, well, I don't like your negative rant on Ghostbusters, so no, you get no money for that. See? That could easily happen because of how these policies are put together. They're vague, they are not very clear, and they can be easily used and abused by advertisers. And YouTube has already given advertisers too much power with the copyright stuff, with enabling advertisers to just send a strike to somebody's channel or delete a video or whatever, or shut people down with just a snap of their fingers. And as you notice, I can't snap, but the point still stands. And YouTube just allows that to happen. But here, they didn't do anything about that, making it harder for advertisers and content owners, copyright holders, to not abuse the system. So they haven't done a good job trying to make it harder to do that. No, they make it easier. It's so easy for the copyright holders to abuse the system. And now they're giving them even more privileges and even more ways to abuse the system. So it's like, YouTube, are you just handing the keys over to the advertisers and the copyright holders and the studios? Is that what you're doing here? They're just like, here, you run our website. Because that's what it seems like. It seems like the creators themselves are shit out of luck. But anyway, I don't know what to say about this whole topic, except I do feel it's bullshit. I think YouTube really needs to reevaluate these guidelines. I think they need to do a revision. I think they need to do a re-edit. They need to be completely redone. They're too vague, and there's too many things that fall under these guidelines that can have people end up losing their revenue, losing their livelihoods. And if this continues, I can totally see a bunch of creators just jumping ship. And if you ask me, YouTube is nothing without its content creators. And I think YouTube needs to understand that. Yes, they can become just a music video service, but who wants to just watch music videos? Yes, music videos are some of the most popular things on YouTube, but a lot of the big things that people really go to YouTube for is for content created by content creators. And if that goes away, or if these content creators are forced to censor themselves in order to appeal to advertisers, then that's going to be a problem. And I could totally see more YouTubers leaving YouTube and going somewhere else. But the thing is there somewhere else to go? And right now, I can't really say there is. So that's the problem. YouTube knows that. They know they've got people by the balls. But the thing is, though, still, as content creators, we definitely need to stand up. We need to make videos. We need to talk about this and basically get YouTube to understand that we're not okay with these guidelines. We're not okay with them. And I know people bring up this whole thing where, well, YouTube is like an employer, so they're in the right to do this. Actually, it's not the same as a regular employer or employee-employer relationship. YouTube allows content creators to create their own content and post it on YouTube. To be honest, a lot of YouTube content creators are self-employed. That means that they're technically their own boss. They have their own businesses. YouTube just kind of is there as a platform or a way for them to get their content seen. And that's the thing. YouTube should not, I don't really see YouTube as like my boss. And that's the problem. If that becomes the case, where YouTube becomes technically everyone's boss, then more and more people are going to leave YouTube because they went to YouTube for a reason, because it's popular, and also because it provides them a platform to just showcase a lot of their creativity and to showcase the content that they wanted to create. And if YouTube starts censoring that stuff, starts putting strict policies on that kind of stuff, then more and more people are going to leave, and for good reason. But the thing is, where are they going to go to? I've heard rumblings from Your Movie Sucks, who said that there's somebody he knows that's like working on a new alternative for YouTube or whatever. We'll see what happens. It might be available by the end of the year. But the thing is, even if there is some new upstart, it's only a matter of time before Google, this juggernaut, ends up buying it out again. So, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's kind of it's almost a futile situation, and I would hope that, I almost don't want to think that way, but honestly, realistically, that's probably the case, unless Facebook updates their whole policy and actually goes in and has their own separate video streaming website. We're just gonna have to stick with YouTube and all of their bullshit. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stick with YouTube because I really enjoy making videos. It's a great platform for me, and there are a decent amount of people that do enjoy what I do, and they like my videos. And I gotta say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And trust me, I'm not gonna stop making content, and I'm not gonna censor myself because of this new guideline stuff. If I end up losing monetization, I'll just fight for it, because I'm just this stuff that if I swear in my videos, it's to add emphasis to certain things, or it's for comedic value. It's not for harassment. It's not for anything like that. If I talk about, oh, this actor couldn't act his way out of a wet paper bag, or, insult some of these actors and directors, I'm just joking around. I don't have anything against them personally. So, and I'm pretty sure advertisers and YouTube can definitely see that. But anyway, yeah, these are definitely things that affect us all. So, spread the word. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. See ya.